welcome to the what we call the Ugandan Stance. And guess what? We are discussing the big game that is going to be played between Uganda and Tanzania. Uganda and Tanzania went ahead to lose their first games. Uganda lost to Tunisia 3-1, and then Tanzania lost to Nigeria by 2-1. And they are back in action today, and the game of football is going to be played in Morocco. As Joshua Baraka sang, just touch the Morocco, just touch down the Morocco, you understand? So it's going to be played at the Al Medina Stadium, Rabat, in there for you. And the stadium is really very beautiful. It capacitates 18,000 people, obviously, and it is one of the stadiums that will host this tournament, and it was sanctioned by FIFA in there for you. It is in Rabat, Morocco. It was opened in 2025, and obviously the architects of this stadium are called AIA Life Designers in there for you. The construction cost was 60 million euros in there for you. That's how everything is panning out for Uganda. And they've also gone ahead to call this an East African derby. We all know it, that this is an East African derby. And Uganda went to this played its first game, and they went ahead to lose out onto Tunisia. People criticizing the manager, and putting all the haystack onto the manager, that he's the reason as to why we went ahead to lose. And I also don't say no, because the manager really went ahead to put out a very wrong team, according to me. And here I come to break down this game, and I'm like, who will obviously start and who will obviously not start. When you look at that artwork that was done days back, there is Onyango, there is Kenneth Semakola, there is Travis Mutiaba. You understand? And I'm really going to be giving you my team news in there for you. But before I head into the team news, continue to subscribe to this channel so as don't miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Let's go to the head-to-head. In the African Cup of Nations, Uganda has played one game, and they've gone ahead to score one goal. Even Tanzania has gone ahead to score one goal. Remember, the goal of Uganda was scored by Omedi, and the man with the assist was Allan Okello. Now, Uganda in the entire tournament has conceded 3 goals in there. Tanzania has conceded 2. Uganda has registered 6 shots, 1 on target, 5 off target, and 3 shots have been blocked by the opponent they play, that is Tunisia. You understand? Then, from there, we do have Tanzania. They've had 8 shots, 3 on target, 5 off target, and 3 shots have been blocked by Nigeria, because that's the only game they've gone ahead to play in the African Cup of Nations. Then Uganda has a passing accuracy of 81.2%, and Tanzania have a passing accuracy of 79.31%. That is it for the side of Uganda Cranes. Now, we talk of the previous games they've gone ahead to play. Uganda lost to Tunisia 3-1. In the friendly they played against Rabat, Uganda drew 2-2. Uganda went ahead to play Morocco. Morocco beat Uganda by 4-0, and we played Chad. Chad went ahead to beat us by 2-1. So we beat Chad by 2-1. Then Tanzania, they played Nigeria. Nigeria beat them by 2-1. They played Kuwait, and Kuwait beat them by 4-3. Iran went ahead to beat Tanzania 2-0. And in the CAF World Cup qualifiers, Tanzania lost to Zambia by 1-0. That's all about. Now we get to what we call the real meaning of this and why you guys should watch this video. Obviously, Tanzania has gone ahead to really play 25 matches with the side of Uganda. Uganda having an edge. Obviously, we've gone ahead to win 12, and we've lost 7, meaning that Tanzania has won 7, and Uganda has gone ahead to obviously win 12, meaning that we do have a huge edge over. we do have a huge edge over a side known as Uganda. Sorry, over Tanzania in there for you. And from there, we obviously head to what we call the draws. The draws have counted 6 times in there for you. Now, let's go to the previous meetings. In July 2025, Uganda played Tanzania away in a friendly, and Tanzania beat Uganda by 1-0. African Cup of Nations qualification, Uganda went away in Tanzania and they beat Tanzania by 1-0. When we played Tanzania away from home, remember by the time we were playing in Marrakesh, and that was Morocco, Uganda lost to Tanzania by 1-0. And by the way, that game costed us not to qualify for the AFCON in there for you, if you remember very well. Now, let's head into what we call the real meaning of this. And all teams have no injuries. Now, how do I think Uganda will line up? My lineup today, I would keep Salim Magola in goal. That is it. I'll keep him in goal. I wouldn't take him out. That is it. Then, right back, I know the manager likes Sibik, but I would play Kenneth Semakula in that particular position. But I know he's going to be playing Sibik, so he's going for Sibik. Left back, Aziz Kayondo. That is it. And for the central defense, Obita, left-sided center back. You get? And as the right-sided center back, I don't know what's wrong with Caprodossi. That is it. But if Caprodossi is obviously a variable, I start Caprodossi playing that side. You get? Because that's really very important, It's really very, very, very important to play Caprodossi. And even if Caprodossi is really out, what I would have gonna hate to do as a manager of Uganda Cranes, I would get in Timothy Awanyi in there. You get? Not a Torach. That is it. Because Torach is really inexperienced and he's not the player you throw into that den of lions, because Tunisia is a den of lions and they're really playing around their country. So you have to understand what it comes with to play them. Then the other guy that I can talk about in the midfield. I know the manager cannot risk it all to obviously say, let me get in Sechiganda to obviously play in there with the likes of Allan Okello and someone else. You get? But I would play Khalid Alucho because I know he's the captain. He's going to start unless otherwise Onyango really gets in between the stitches, of which I think he'll come in when you're playing against Nigeria. That is it. Then I'll play Khalid Alucho, CDM, alongside who? Sechiganda in there for you. And I'll also play Allan Okello in that midfield. That is it. That is the midfield 3 that I would obviously come up for in here. My front 3, the right forward, I'll go for Omedi. That is it. I'll go for Omedi. Left forward, I hate Mato, guys. He's really very wasteful, but I think he's the best that we have in there. I start Mato, that side, and leading the line. I would start with Dese Mukwala or Jude Semogabi. I think Dese. That is my probable starting 11 for the Uganda Cranes. And I repeat it, in goal, he's called Salim Jamal. Right back, Sibik. Left back, that is Aziz Kawoya. Central defense, Obita and Caprodossi. If Caprodossi is not fully fit, I go for a player called Timothy Awanyi. Mid 3. No, I think we play a 4-2-3-1. Double pivot. I'll go for Sechiganda and Khalid Awucho. That is it. Central attack midfielder as a 10, I go for Allan Okello. Right attacking midfielder, I go for Omedi. Left attacking midfielder, I go for a player called Rogers Mato. Leading the line for me, Mokwala Dese. And the prediction. Before I give you the prediction, let's obviously see how Tanzania will line up. Foba in goal, Kapombe, Manyeto, Hamad, and Hussein. That is the back four. Then Murishi, Musanga, and Musava. That is all about the mid three. Then Mbobwa, Al-Kahir, and Mbwana Samata are going to be playing in the front three. That's all about the Uganda Cranes, and that is my probable starting 11. And my prediction, I think Uganda is taking this 2-1 win for Uganda. That is it. 2-1 win for the Uganda Cranes. So feel free to go into the comment section and let me know what your thoughts are about this beautiful game of football. Uganda taking on Tanzania, and that is my prediction for now. I'm out. See you when the game is on.